Want to learn simple ways to make cultural dishes nutritious? Well, Mike caught up with a local dietitian who is currently in Ghana teaching others about healthy eating. She took some time and found a stable Wi-Fi connection to join us from thousands of miles away.
Now, we know this time of year is all about food, family, and friends, but finding that healthy balance in the foods we love can be difficult. But hey, don't despair. We've got Dr. Lori right here, the professor of nutrition and dietetics at the University of North Florida. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here.
Boy, that's quite a potpourri of food and a great setup there. I can't wait to hear about it. So let's start with this. Holiday season's here. And so is the season of holiday eating, okay? Aren't many of our traditional or cultural foods unhealthy? And how do we find a way to still enjoy those?
That's a common myth, Mike. And what we see is, even more than ever during the holidays, we realize how important those traditional and cultural foods are. And I think it's really important that we personalize our plate. We recognize people's preferences and their culture so that they can enjoy. But many of those traditional cultural foods can be high in sugar, high in salt, high in fat. And so today what I want to do is give some strategies so that we can make cultural dishes nutritious. So my first strategy is to add flavors, more healthful flavors. So for example, instead of using butter in some of the dishes, instead use something like olive oil, and try to swap out the salt for more herbs and spices. I have here some ginger, some peppers. Here in Africa, they take the peppers and make a pepe, which is a really nice seasoning without any salt. Of course, garlic, parsley. Not only do these spices have no salt, but they also have some health benefits by themselves. So these are really good swaps to make to your traditional dishes.
A lot of times, doctor, I fill up on foods. I get these big plates. I get so into the food this time of year, I just can't stop eating. So I guess portions is also important as well as the choice.
Yeah, that's what I call scale down, but size up. By that, I mean portions. So I have here a traditional dish that is served here. It's called jollof rice, very flavorful rice with some chicken. But this is a traditional portion that is served here too. So instead, what I did is I cut back on the portion of the jollof rice and the chicken, and then I added vegetables. So you're still getting your loved foods, but a little less of them. And we're adding more fruits and vegetables to make it healthier and fill you up too.
That makes perfect sense. So yeah, make the plate the way you have it there. That I can remember that as I go through the holidays. So thank you. What else do you have like right in front of you? That's interesting.
Well, my third strategy to make your cultural dishes nutritious is some preparation hacks. So some traditional cabbage, for example, we serve a lot in the South. They prepare their cabbage with bacon. And so instead, prepare your cabbage with chicken broth. It gives a really delicious flavor, but cuts back on the fat tremendously. And then, what meal in the South isn't complete without greens. And so instead of preparing your greens with ham hock, instead use this hack of preparing it with smoked turkey. And again, it gives that nice smoky flavor, but much less fat than the traditional method.
Yeah, very smart, very good choices there, and something we can all get through the holidays together so we can truly celebrate and feel better, right? And that's what it's all about. Where can folks go for more information?
Well, you can always go to eatright.org and get more information on personalizing your plate for health. And bottom line, Mike, let's not take the culture out of food. Let's just make some modifications for health.
Yes, you got that right, Doctor. Thanks so much for being with us here on First Coast Living. Happy holidays. And of course, you can head to our website and listen. That's firstcoastliving.net.